Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I have a new block for you. This one is called the chocolate cake block, and here is the way it looks. So this one is really easy to make. It goes together pretty quickly. It uses flying geese units and square and a square units, and other than that you've got one large square in the center and 4 rectangles. So hope you'll stay with me, and I'll show you how to make the chocolate cake block. Here are the fabrics you're going to need to make the chocolate cake block. For A, you'll need one 4.5 inch square. B is 4 4.5 inch squares. C is 4 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles. D is 4 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles. E is 4 2.5 inch squares, and F is 20 2.5 inch squares. And you'll need to draw diagonal lines on the wrong side of your E and your F squares. So I'm going to adjust the camera and we'll get started making the chocolate cake block. Okay, so there are only really 2 specialty units in this block other than your regular squares, and that is flying geese blocks and square and a square block. So I'm going to start with the flying geese units. So the D is going to be the goose part, and then the F squares are going to be the background. So I have diagonal lines drawn on the wrong side of the F squares, and I'm going to start off on the right side, and I'm going to place the F squares so that the diagonal line runs from the top center to the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just going to line these up and then sew on that diagonal line. Now you can make your flying geese units with whatever method you like. There's several different ways to do this, so this is just the way I do it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sew the F squares to the right side of each one of these D rectangles. It just speeds things up a little bit for me. Okay, now I'm going to clip these apart, and I'm going to trim the outer corner off of the F squares here. So this will leave just a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then I'm going to press these back, and then we'll sew on the other side. Okay, so these are all pressed, and I'm going to sew on the F squares to the opposite side. So the drawn line is going to go from the top center to the bottom left hand corner this time. Okay, let's clip these apart and trim and press, and then our flying geese units will be done, and we can move on to the next step. So the next thing I need to do is to sew the C rectangles onto these. So they're going to go this way. So I'm going to take off my little marker there and just sew a C rectangle onto each flying geese unit. clip these apart. Okay, and this is what they look like. So I'm going to press these, and I'm going to press towards the C rectangle. Okay, so these are all done. I'm going to set them aside, and then we're going to work on the square and the square units. So that requires the B squares, and we need the remaining F squares, and we need the E squares. So we're going to sew an E square first. We're going to do 1 E square per B square, so just on one corner. And I have diagonal lines drawn on these, and so I'm just going to line those up and do this just like I did the flying geese units. So I'm going to sew directly on that line. Okay, clip these apart. And now I want to sew an F square to the other 3 corners. So before trimming these off, I'm going to sew an F square to the opposite corner. And then I'll trim and press and then put F squares on the remaining 2 corners. Okay, so this is what they look like so far. Now I need to put the F squares on the 2 opposite corners. Okay, so I'm going to flip these around, and I have 4 squares left to do the last corner on each one. Let me trim and press, and then these half square triangle units will be done, or these square and square units will be done. Okay, so here are those units, so they're all done. And now we're ready to lay out the block. So I'm adjust the camera and we'll do that. Okay, so we have all of our pieces. We have our square and square units here. We have the flying geese units here, and then we have the center, which is the A square. So we're going to put the square and a square units in the corner, and the brown piece is going to face the center square, which is the A square. And then our flying geese units, the goose is going to go on the outside, the rectangle's on the inside. So this is the chocolate cake block. So I'm going to sew all the units into rows. So we'll have 3 rows, and then I'll sew those rows together. Okay, I'm trying to match up the point of the flying geese here with the point of the square and a square unit. So I'm going to put a pin right through that point on both sides. There we go. And line those up. So I got the pin going through, and then I'm going to remove it and then repin so it doesn't shift, and hopefully that will keep everything in alignment. Okay, and then I'm sewing the first 2 pieces of each row together. Now this, I don't have anything I have to match up on these first 2 pieces in the middle row. But I do want to match these first 2 pieces of the last row. Now, I don't always do this, but I think on this block it'll be helpful. Sometimes the seams are nesting, so it's not necessary, but there's no seam here to nest with this seam here, so it helps to line that up. Okay. All right. I'm going to cut those apart. Sometimes I'll leave these all chained together, but I think today, okay, well, that's not too bad. It's not perfect, but I think it's good enough for my sample block anyway. Okay, row 3. Now I'm going to press, and then we're going to sew all of these rows together. And there's row 3. So now I need to sew all the rows together. So I'm going to do some pinning again, and I have points to match again, or match as well as I can. Okay, here's the finished block. That one actually went together really quickly, and it just uses 2 units. We have a square and a square unit, and we have flying geese. Otherwise you've got rectangles and 1 square. So really easy techniques. So I hope you will give this block a try. Okay, that is it for the chocolate cake block. So this one was fun. It was really pretty quick. And I used brown again. I'm using up my brown scraps, teal and yellow, and my background is a low volume print, so it gives it a little more texture. So if you can see that, it's a little teal flower in there is what that is. So, and some dots. So these are all Lori Holt fabrics, and they're from, I think they're all from a different line. They're from a couple of different lines. They're not all from one of her. They're not all from one collection, and so they're from different collections. So as I said, I'm using up my scraps. So I like this block. I think it turned out really cute, and anxious to see how this will look with the other blocks that I'm making. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video comes up. And in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my latest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.